Well, hello everybody. Doug Rucker here with DougRuckerSchool.com and DougRuckerStore.com, and posted a little short video, I guess, the other day about this little skid unit. So I've had a lot of emails and texts, questions on YouTube also about it. So I just thought I'd kind of go over it real quick and explain what's on it and all of that. So that's coming up next. All right, so this is really just one of those basic skid systems that people have been doing for years. We've done, I think, a couple of them in the past, and never really did a video on them because just didn't have the opportunity or time constraints or whatever when they were being picked up and all. But anyway, this is a nice little compact system that's on a skid. Pallet skid that can be forklift into a truck or a trailer. We've actually got a couple, I think we've got a 5 gallon per minute machine we're going to be doing on one of these, and then we've got a couple of Kingslingers that we're fixing to do our air diaphragm soft wash system that a couple of customers are wanting them on skids as well. So they're pretty adaptable to do a lot of different things depending on the space and the equipment and all of that kind of stuff. But so just kind of go over what we have on this. We've got an 8 gallon per minute cold water machine, and then we've got I think it's a 12 or 14 gallon fuel tank, so he'll have plenty of fuel, not have to worry about running out through a day's worth of work or a couple days or whatever. So we've got the cold water machine, we've got the gas tank, we've got the Flow Pro downstream remote system hooked up to it, and so that's the control box, and then we've got the bypass actually mounted right here, which is between the machine and the hose reel, as you can well see. Got a fly flying around here. It's bugging the heck out of me. I hate flies, by the way. Anyway, and then we've got the little box with the 3-way poly valve, so he can go from mix to water when he wants to rinse the injector. So basically you're going to have this over here when you're downstreaming, and you've got your button on the remote, you hit mix, and so that's going to draw the bleach out of that 17 gallon bleach tank. This is only being used for downstreaming. He lives in South Carolina, does a lot of vinyl siding, so this is going to be a great little unit for him. So on the 3-way, when he wants to rinse his downstream injector out at the end of a job, all he has to do is come here and then turn it over to water, and then he will hit the mix button again on his remote, and then that will draw just water from the water tank to rinse his downstream injector out, which is down there. So once you're done with the job, I always suggest you just take this little valve and turn it back to the middle, and that will eliminate any siphoning or vacuum or whatever, moving the water or the bleach or whatever. So that's the Flow Pro system, and then here we've got 2 Kings 12-inch reels, and we've got the Fierce Jet pressure hose 200 feet down below. We got 100 foot of Flexzilla garden hose, so he can fill his 55 gallon tank up for water. So it's a 55 gallon tank that is supplying the water to the pressure washer. I know some people may think that's too small of a tank, but when you're doing residential, you're always on and off the gun, so the water is continually refilling this tank. If you have like I said in my previous video, if you've got a 200 gallon tank and you've got water issues, you're going to have water issues with it, and just like you would with a 55 gallon. So as long as you have good water supply feeding to the tank, it's not going to be an issue. If you were to open the ball valve up and just let the water run out, you're eventually, you would probably exhaust your water supply. But when you're cleaning houses and driveways and all that, you're always stopping on and off the gun, laying the gun down to go get something, whatever. So it's continually refilling whether you're on the gun or off the gun, but that's how you kind of recapture some of that water filling back up. And then we've also have the Topaz Job float valve in it, and so that actually allows more water through the float valve than the traditional Hudson float valves that a lot of people use. And it also allows more water in the tank because of the float system that's used. So, matter of fact, I don't even sell the Hudson anymore. I just got so tired of those not working, stopped working, and there's a lot of maintenance issues. So I've been selling only the Job for about a year and a half, and they just work excellent. I've got them on all my tanks. And so yeah, so 55-gallon tank. He's got a downstream gun down there, the pressure washer gun assembly that we sell with his J-rod nozzle kit for downstreaming, adjustable gun, adjustable wand and gun so he can control his pressure where he's cleaning delicate surfaces, and then a couple of extension wands as well. And so great little compact system that can be used. I know people are going to ask pricing. These, depending on the options you choose, the hose reels, if you get the Flow Pro or not, what kind of gas tank, all of that kind of stuff. You're looking anywhere but probably between $10,000 to $12,000 to have one of these delivered, set up. We do have to put these into a crate, so the shipping can get a little bit, I wouldn't say expensive, but you know, you can look anywhere between probably $900 to $1,500, probably depending on where you're located, to have one of these shipped, because we do have to put these in a wood crate because of the height of the tank. Excuse me. And so, and the fact that we have to build the crate, which I'm showing pictures of so that you can see what it looks like inside the crate. But we got to totally protect it, and you'd want to, it's really just a small price to pay for your investment, so that everything gets there, hopefully, you know, all connected and in shape and no damage and all that kind of stuff. So you don't want to just put a box over this. You know, trucking companies, freight companies, they try to utilize every piece of square inch of space in a truck, and so they're going to do a lot of stacking, and to just send this and say do not stack, that's not going to fly very well. So anyway, yeah, that's it. That's the tanks, that's the hose reels, 8 gallon per minute. We do have the water connection hooked up like we always do on our builds, where this can be disconnected with banjos and can drain the tank, fill up a bucket, fill up a sprayer, whatever. So great little system. Again, if you've got a truck or a small trailer and this would fit your budget, then you might want to take a look at this. Again, we can do this with 5 gallon per minute machines, 4 gallon per minute machines. We do it with our Kingslinger soft wash system, so we can adapt this to pretty much whatever you need. And we could even probably figure out how to do both soft wash and a pressure washer. But anyway, just wanted to show that to you guys and explain to you what all is on there. That's the bypass hose, which takes the bypass back from the pressure washer, the water when you're off trigger. And this, of course, is the downstream hose that's going into the tank. And we're using 1/4 inch hose, and we got a little piece of 1/2 inch that the 1/4 inch goes to, because we use the uniseals for the bulkheads anytime we can, so we don't have air leaks. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Just want to do a really quick video and show that off. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. You guys have an awesome day. Don't forget, our next hands-on training is coming up March, I think it's 13th and 14th. We'll put the exact dates up. So that's March 13th and 14th. We had 11 people here last week. Had an awesome time with them, and looking forward to next month's. And then also my online video school. If you're looking, you know, at starting a business, that's a great way to cut your learning curve. Over 200 something videos on there, so check that out as well. All right, thanks so much, and y'all have a very blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon.